Critical Role's new game system is crazy! Okay, so as I'm sure you've probably seen, or at least have heard of, Critical Role recently released a video talking about their brand new TTRPG that's set to release in 2 months called Daggerheart, and Matt Mercer himself showed off the core rulebook and even released, perhaps inadvertently, some new details that we didn't know about the game system. Firstly, Matt talked about how there will be a new Dark Souls-esque miniseries that will use Daggerheart and is set in his very own campaign frame of Umbra, which sounds awesome because who doesn't love a good grimdark series inspired by Dark Souls? But from that very same video, we could see something else about this setting. It has a complexity rating, meaning that most likely there's another subsystem or set of rules that you can add on the Daggerheart if you play in this setting, which I think is really cool. And by setting, I should probably say campaign frame because that's what they're calling world settings in Daggerheart. And this was confirmed when beloved D&D tuber Bob Worldbuilder interviewed Daggerheart's lead designers, and they confirmed that there will be a chapter in the core rulebook that details additional campaign frames and rule sets that each play into whichever campaign frame you choose. So far, we know that there are 6 of these campaign frames, and 5 of them have been all but 100% confirmed because of course we don't have the rulebook yet. But we do know that some of these additional rules for the campaign frames will include new mechanics for resting, like in settings like Umbra, mechanics for hunting and cooking monsters like in Delicious and Dungeon or Helliana's Guide to Monster Hunting, and mechanics for riding magical mounts and slinging magic, all dependent upon which campaign frame you choose, if you decide to choose one of these. Honestly, I love the idea of campaign frames because they encourages players to break out of their shell and try new settings that they wouldn't have tried before, and perhaps get inspired by some of the rules included in those campaign frames and add in their own house rules to their base game of Daggerheart. Either way though, I'm excited to learn more about these campaign frames and all the interesting mechanics that they may or may not include, but honestly, I just think that